Hello, welcome to Daily Smith Summit News, and this is the monthly recap. We have a lot to get through this season, a lot of time travel, it's very convoluted. However, let's get straight into it.
Lush, you forgot the monthly recap.
The monthly recap, oh, how could I?
Okay, so I died. So we did a funeral for me. Actually, you did a funeral for me, not me. That was awesome. Then you discovered time travel somehow to bring me back.
Yeah, it's very convoluted.
Yes, it caused a bunch of chaos back in time as well. Then eventually you did find me right before the original PvP games were supposed to take place, or
Yeah,
rather, the other me. So then we did the second round of DSSN versus WSSM PvP.
once again,
After
yeah.
which that resulted in nothing. So then I just went back to the present. Came to accept everything. Then it turns out I didn't die. And now there were two of me, and because we were arguing, we did mono versus mono PvP,
Yeah,
and I won, the other mono lost, so we sent him into the mountains.
yeah, yeah, a lot happens.
Yeah,
First talking point is the funeral. Most of just going into detail about it. So after Monaco's tragic death, we had to hold a funeral for him. We originally set up this funeral to be a week, and then it kept on changing, and eventually we just sort of settled on Valentine's Day being the actual funeral day, because I thought it would be quite funny. It got a copyright strike and got taken down in a region, and the YouTube copyright it just really sucks. I just I wasn't gonna do anything, but I was wanting to see what region it was taken down in, and it just wouldn't tell me. So
was it actually taken down?
apparently, it was unviewable in certain regions. It just never told me what the regions were.
It is the owner allows the content to be used on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Anyways, George Michael, if you're watching this, we're on to you.
yeah, and the person who made a slow down remix of George Michael, because that's who copyright struck it.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it
it was a
wasn't.
Telva, of course. That's how it
Yeah,
always goes.
yeah. Honestly, I couldn't really care that much. It's not like it affected anything. Time travel is an idea that we've had for a while. It was brought up a couple months ago by Iris, who really wanted to do it, and then we decided that we would wait off a couple seasons until we did it, and then a couple seasons went by, and we did it. I was thinking about delaying it another season just so we had more content built up, but I realised that would probably be quite a good time because it sort of just melded that way. I think you also had a couple ideas for time travel, didn't you, Mono?
Yeah, I mean, I had to think about how to actually like last season, the mountain videos, what storyline to actually build around them. And after thinking for a bit, the entire next season just popped up in my head.
Hmm.
And so I suggested it to you, and you thought it was good, so we did it.
Yeah, I think it was really fun. I mean, we actually planned out this season, the days how long each story point should last and everything, which is something that we never really have done before. So
I mean, it was probably the densest season so far.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, just trying to talk about what happened in the past, and just trying to mess around with that. I thought that was quite fun.
Yeah.
Just throwing in a bunch of references that people might get. Yeah, that was really good though. And as all good things happened, we did the PvP once again. It actually was 100 days after we originally did it, so fuck me, I guess. But yeah, so we did a 100-day after rematch where no one really won. The idea was that I would scrape by, but then I realised it would just be much funnier if none of us get any sort of points. So that was really good. I mean, we played. Well, I always want to play Cheese Waddling again, so we got Jacko in for that because we thought we just had to, because like it was so much fun the first time, and the second time we did it, I think it's so much better than the
Yeah,
first.
like even the recording I think was so much more fun.
Yeah, it was just pure bliss. Yeah. The other two videos, the Thieving Gnomes was really funny for me. I thought that was so good. And Summit
Was an
Golf.
interesting was an interesting game.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good PC, but like that game pushed my GPU to its limit. So for a bit we thought it was like a Bitcoin miner or something.
Yeah, so I genuinely couldn't run the game at normal settings because I didn't have enough VRAM on my actual like GPU. It just physically wouldn't let me record, and then it turns out that it's just the most inefficient game ever to exist. Like that puts like AAA games to shame with how bad it run, because Monocode's got a shockingly good GPU, and it's like even
Oh,
his was,
scraping by.
yeah, which is like horrific considering that it's multiple generations newer and like easily over 4 times powerful. Everybody, mine and Pengu's in that recording. I sort of sits in the middle. But yeah, so that game was horrific until we figured out it just was the most abhorrently fixed game ever. So then we went back to the present. That was all good and that, and it was revealed that Monaco didn't die. So I just managed to put in that he threw away his tracker and his radio and everything just so he had the chance of survival. However, it wasn't my original idea to keep him alive or keep him dead, actually. The whole what do we do with the original monocode was quite confusing, wasn't it?
Yeah, because like the original plan was to just, yeah, as you said, to leave him dead and then we would revive him similar to Dutch Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But the idea of just having him come back, like just walk back from the mountains, was funnier.
Yeah, and I feel like we didn't have, well, at least when I was like looking at the recording and that, I wouldn't have enough time to actually build up the revival unless I did it in like a day or two, which wouldn't be like long enough. So just bringing him like back from the mountains was quite funny. And then the really really dumb idea of monocode versus monocode PvP popped up, and we did it.
We sure did it. Yeah, it was an interesting experience, even just figuring out how to record that, because I did try my best to actually make the conversation feel coherent. Uh, yeah, Stackflow especially was interesting. That was the first one. Um, so for the other ones, I just like recorded the audio in post. For Stackflow, I recorded one of the audios in post, but one of them I just recorded while playing it and tried to predict what the other mono might say. Which, yeah, it was certainly interesting. I felt like I was going insane by the time we got to Tic Tac Toe.
Yeah, I mean, I took a nice 3 day break from making videos. That was quite relaxing. I like that. Oh, 4 day break. I think you did the episode before it as well. That was nice. So
I don't think so.
really? Oh, I know you recorded.
Maybe it was you. I did. Yeah, the acceptance one. Oh, we forgot about the weekly Smith Summit misinformation episode as well.
Oh yeah, how could we? Yeah. So just
It
so
was, it was nice to bring that format back for just one day.
yeah, and then that was like the same day that DSSN and Weekly Smith Misinformation got brought back up in the Smith Discord server. So it was quite a surreal experience for people who didn't know about it the first time it got announced.
Yeah, I did really like the bit of showing the Smith Summit to reveal trailer when it was obviously already shown, but given that time travel was involved back at that point, it wasn't revealed yet.
Yeah, that was actually quite smart. I like that idea a lot. And to wrap it all up, are Monaco's the original one. So, as a fitting punishment to tie all loose ends, he was sent to the mountains. Not much else has been heard of him yet. However, hopefully he's finding out how to live a life of peace and tranquility in the Alps or whatever mountains he got thrown out to. Thanks for watching today's episode of This Is In. This has been the monthly recap. And was there news today?
Was the news today?
Yes, there was. The news is that Smith Summit is still being built. It hasn't been abandoned, and I've made sure of that. Okay. Today was the monthly recap, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.